Ambazonians, my people, DDR center is a symptom of a problem. It's a symptom of a problem. If you eliminate DDR center, soldiers will escape even to the enemy's den in La Republique, they will escape into ground one, they will escape into many places. DDR center is just a symptom of the absence of ideological leadership, political leadership, command and control, which is required in every liberation endeavor. Why you people are mourning about DDR center? Take note that the foundation for the second generation of DDR center are being laid on a daily basis. Anti-nationalist propaganda, all sort of cheap blackmails, manipulations that end up to nothing. People feel fulfilled because they disrupted a trajectory that could lead to stability. So when you see all of these soldiers, or you see the porosity, the infiltration of different groups, it has to do with the opportunistic, or what I describe as opportunism driven kind of liberation agenda, void of any ideological foundation, agitative in nature. And it will not stop until those who are determined to undermine the nationalist agenda for our liberation stop. Until those who are determined that disruption and chaos is going to be what they are going to work on, as long as they don't have their way to define the path going forward. We've laid the foundation for the struggle. You cannot rebrand it, you cannot recreate it. You may not like the people who've laid it, but the foundation of the struggle has been laid. The pillars of our liberation have been established, whether it's the defense, it's the internationalization, targeted diplomacy. The strategies incorporated within these pillars, whether it's economic sabotage, ungovernability, delegitimization, they've been established. What I learned in mathematics is that I could still be innovative by using the quadratic formula as the foundation in solving a kind of equation. So if you present to me an equation and I know that I can invoke the quadratic formula in finding the solution, simply because I hate the person who developed the quadratic equation formula, I will not remain stuck on that mathematical problem for the rest of my life until I invent another methodology in trying to find the solution. I may use the quadratic formula, I look at the limitations, and then I improve on it. We can scream for the next 20 years. We can do whatever we want. It will not change the trajectory of our struggle. We will have commanders who have become disillusioned and have become prey to the enemy, will become commanders who have used justifications presented to them by supposed leaders in terms of their own action to move to the enemy. When you look at the video of the guy sitting there with grandpa, the it's pathetic. Are those people who can fight Ambazonia? When you look at the grandpa, people give them all sort of ballistic name. Fee Marshal, grandpa, all these useless names that you people use to proclaim them, and you become custodians. You fail to establish command and control where there is source of authority. In the Ambazonian Defense Force, the commander is appointed. You are given your letter. General Ivo received his letter in ground one, marching orders. General Efan received his own. I was consulting with the dev chair yesterday on subsequent appointments. You know the source of your authority. Because that's the way it can be rolled back. There was one time one soldier made a video, was calling the Supreme General of the ADF a field marshal, and we were shut down immediately. Shut down immediately. Don't ascribe to yourself names that, turn you into monsters. When I look at this small cheap one was gone into so-called DDR center, you look at him, you call that one a soldier. We know him for long. We have his background. And when you look at such a desperate regime, the foundation of the so-called DDR center totally defeated. The ones that it took from ground one, brought in there, the python snakes that he brought in there, they call them the Nambere that we should have buried and killed alive. Where are they today? Each time they falter, they create this kind of stuff to distract you and myself. 3 days ago, a comrade bought 3 guns. Another one has bought another one. Fellow Ambazonians, I have told you people that if you ever want to be free, you must develop the mentality of an armed robber. And stop playing all of these games that La Republique has taught you people. These cheap shortcuts. You want to make a name for yourself? Do something relevant. A liberation struggle is not where you make a name for yourself. Or you think because they've given you what's up, you are going to spew shit for as long as possible. You become notorious for a few days. They call that one utopic pregnancy. You want to be free? You want to fight a tyrannic regime? Let history record 50 years after you've long gone that you were a real warrior. Your children will grow up to remember that dad or mom was a real warrior. All this instantaneous history being scripted will not even appear on the footnotes of the Ambazonian history. You can scream on social media for the next 200 years. You will produce victims like this beleaguered one walking in the arms of the enemy. You will never show one community school that you funded. You will never show a stable barrack that on October 1 gives you pride and joy. There is nothing you will ever create. You will wallow in misery. Each time we push forward, the agitators are scared. They are afraid that it may happen without them. They go on the rampage. They begin to spew, have big knowledge. They talk left, right. That is what Cameroon has given us. Just people just talk like weaver birds. They've gone and sat somewhere. Honestly, people spend an entire day for 6 years. Very few people can stand up and say, for these 6 years, these are the skills I've acquired being in this struggle. Whether it's communication skills, whether it's kind of creative skills. Those you call illiterates, they've been making rockets. They've known how to operate all sorts of guns. We send people out for targeted diplomacy. In the history of our country, no group of people, not the Fonchas, not the Munas, not the Endelis, have ever met the enemy and exacted 10 pounds of flesh from the enemy to the advantage of Ambazonia. Yet, our greatest dilemma is how to manage little victories. If it was not delivered by us, it must be questioned, attacked, sabotaged. Why Ambazonians, the whole world was celebrating such a monumental leap. The strategies of destruction were conclaving in the middle of the night. Most of you are in the DDR. Most of you are in the DDR mentally. You don't know it. The Ambazonian struggle has become a platform. But we are determined. We are determined. In the past few days, you've seen it on the ground. We are going behind enemy lines and planting IEDs. We are assaulting their checkpoints. We are sending soldiers 20 kilometers away from base to hit on them. On the 11th of February, we raided Batibo, raided Nu. We bury one commander, raise the next one, and he's taking up the next mission. You've been talking from the 1st to the 31st. Your job has been to analyze the limitations of others, to question people you've never met, to attack from your own mental DDR center. Ambazonia is free. There are two armies, one La Republique, one Ambazonia. There are two diplomatic arms, one La Republique, one Ambazonia. There are two communications arms, one La Republique, one Ambazonia. There are two states, one La Republique, one Ambazonia. This norm is established and entrenched. It can never be reversed. Irrespective of how many people move into DDR center, how many they massacre, how many ngabu they commit, how many penin they kill, how many houses they burnt, how many villages they raise, how many people they displace. The norm set and entrenched can never be reversed. The world can rewrite Resolution 1608. They can make another plebiscite. The international border between La République and Ambazonia is immovable. Let this one go down the spine of everybody, whether you are white, black, woman, man, international or Ambazonian. Know that even our dead spirit will fight against this evil that was visited upon our country. If I was sitting in your place and I'm watching that belated video, I will buy 10 bullets. And be careful, we will raise down villages ourselves. As I have said, places like Nambere, we will blockade you. We will turn you into Dresden. The mothers of Ekona did not march against Amba. They did not demand for peace. They demanded for justice. As for all those so-called shouting around, they need peace. If you need peace, go to Yaoundé. In Ambazonia, we need justice. That is what the mothers of Ekona did. They knew exactly who the victimizer was. They didn't shout for abstract peace. They demanded immediate justice for their kidnapped children. And that's what all Ambazonians will have to do. If you don't do it, you will watch this movie for as long as we keep fighting.
Mr. Cho Ayaba Lucas, I want to respond for your audio very fast as possible. You know, say you be canker worm. You understand? Forget about all the big grammar where they talk. Now they are big grammar key Ivo. I want just know one thing about you. You know, say Nadia group where you get have down. Now it be the problem for Ambazonia them. Now I kill a lot of fighters and I kill down the fight, you know. Maybe no man remember you today. That your Ivo, where you say receive a letter for you. Ivo. If you don't know today, mark, hear my word very well. Now me they talk am. Ivo Delek. My small brother far from my back. He never coming from my name. Ask him for UB40. For Nigeria, ask him if I should they alive. Call them, ask them. The way me Ivo meet on some moto. In there one piece of dross. In there even no say me I should answer that moto. Every they talk na in a ashu. I say turn look for back. I don't know number. Look me I cut. Say grand frère, you dey alive. Ghana you should also. Man, they were small. They were me and meet up. He asked us so they go. So get play the go. He want surprise. Oh, I go UB40. Or meet up for UB40. That means we go UB40. We do go UB40 to go meet up for day. From the first fighter to the last one, no ever coming for my name. I want to let me understand something. Then I rubbish you say they for not kill him, bury. I'm not tell if I begin a killer like you. You don't forget fighter again. I for don't wipe all them, no one no for remain. But you see me, you see they are devilish heart where you get them. They are greedy hearts. That are two side collars have, Mr. Cho Ayaba, I'm addressing this message directly to you because you are a nincompoop. You are a fool, you are idiot, you are a power hunger. You are looking for power that you cannot control. It was one of your surrogate that proposed to me to stop fighting. You think to kill me is easy. You try it several times. You would have gone ahead to do it, which would have killed a very long time ago. Did you know what your boys on the ground are doing? Let me explain something to you. It's some words that you people used to use that makes me sometimes to grow mad. But if I want to show you that madness, that's why sometimes some things used to make me not to be happy. I can clean from the first to the last man out of the existence of ATF from the first to the last man. One eye soldier, I know will remain again if I come. You know, get normal, I go take phone call. I can wipe to the first to the last man. Mark my word. I be Satan. As you see me, so I just have a good heart of passion, heart of mercy, heart of love. I have a pity. Sometimes that is why I quickly forgive. You understand? Forget about all that. I'm Robert thing when I do and say, you, Cho Ayaba, many of them are because La Republic government be splitted into many ways. That your own group for La Republic where you belong, where they give you money. Who Tumaya be confessing the work under? Tumaya, one of your commander under you, the ADF, who be commanding the work with her when they be catchy. Eh? You don't forget. You don't just forget. Tumaya for Batibo, sometimes you don't forget confession. Sometimes ask and find, call, ask a confession. How many Amber group they use moto for Grand Zero? Where if I'm in the camp, go back. You know, say if Martin say sometimes you when I used to look so for the left fuel, except get moto them. I mean get ammo car, get gunner, get a lot of things the way they feel use them for na moto. I mean never ever, we never ever see one except moto with a season for people. Say, I mean, don't bump them, we don't burn them. My brother, I'm gonna tell you something. You feel fool people with it. You see this like probably what go so. I go learn for no una. I go know na una very well. Tell Capo Daniel say I was there when he was negotiating to collect 200 million to hand over Ayeke, big number, and the others. And that they should give him a position of mayor. Tell Capo Daniel that I was there in that office when he was making that call. Tell him that I was there. When he fails, you turn another thing. He promised that he can change a lot of things from Boyo to everywhere that ADF are, that he's a commander-in-chief. They can listen to him. But let me explain something to you. You are just joking with a deadly animal that you don't even know the name, that can destroy from the first to the last thing that your hope is lying on. That my name that you mentioned, go the whole northwest, you will not find that name. Go round southwest, you will not hear that name from anywhere. That name is a name of an oracle. Be very careful, Mr. Cho Ayaba. I have a lot of respect for you, but if you make me to take it, I can change my mind and do a devilish thing just to prove to you that I can take it from anybody. I cannot take it from you because you are a nincompoop. You are nobody. You are nobody. He says somebody would have killed and buried things. If I wanted to kill and bury, do you know how many of your surrogate I would have killed and buried? Even you yourself, your hotel that you sleep in Lagos when you come to Nigeria, When my head was swelling, I looked for it. You just have a locking. You were blessed, and that my mindset when I was still in Cameroon did not reflect towards that direction anymore. And I thank God because I discovered Yakaban in the Cameroon government that you are working with. If you want me to tell you, I will tell you. I'm very straightforward. Mr. Cho Ayaba, you have a special deal with Mr. Minister Atangaji Paul. I'm sorry to call him. Let me tell you openly. You have a special deal with them of you not to tell your soldiers to drop down their weapon. Stand still. All the Southwest Kaban that they claim that they are power in command, they are power in this, they are going to drop their weapons, surrender. You will be the last person that the government is going to negotiate with you. So have enough money and buy your weapon and keep. Nothing will happen. Some of the Atanganji boys that they are talking about, who are they working with? Mr. Cho Ayaba. You are the only person that has ghost soldiers in places that you did not exist. Based on they don't know the name to use. Ask big number, call him and ask that the day we're going to Ngutsi, how many of your ghost soldier was arrested in the roads? I decided not to kill. But you see me, I can do the worst from this your message. This message that I just listed now. My brother, Cameroonian did not know you. Ambazonia itself did not know you. If they know you, you go and give them a big grammar. They will squeeze you, kill them. You the Cho Ayaba. Now me talk me. Now carry Nambere. Me. I know to fear any man. I want see I did Nigeria. You see all those places there. Oh, that time I visit UB40. All their places they already passed. Tell me one place where you did. Where they are called boys where you should meet up there. If it's on time, they were stubborn. Talk. Don't tell me say you did here. I go wipe from the first to the last man. For anywhere where you did, just try and say and make me understand. Say for ground one, I be poisonous something where they don't know the name, but I need to talk anyhow. I need to find anybody. But you start to crash me. You start to crash me. Eh? As on today, anybody in the sound of my voice in Cameroon in ground one, mark my word. If you are with me, mark this word today. Anywhere you see anything ADF from ground one, ring my bell. Ring my bell. I want show Cho Ayaba. Say me. They need to start fight with me that kind of funny way. No one of them will be handed to anybody, but they will be handed to me. And you are going to see my execution. Since as you want to test my patience, I'm going to prove to you that I am someone that they don't joke with. I will teach you now, this time, that ground one that you see. There are some people that they don't deal with them. And you have dealt with the worst person in the life. In this life, you have dealt with the worst person. I can't expect this to come out from a man, a mouth of a man who calls himself a leader, a father, a doctor. You are ordering, telling people that someone that they would have killed and buried since. It's just because the talk is too the word is sweet for you to just go and stand and be ranting. Are you okay? Are you okay? Been doing that with little children. People did not know you. I know you very well, Mr. Cho Ayaba. I call you Mister because I have respect for elders. Without how we not put it. You are just a nincompoop. You are an idiot. You understand? I'm the one saying this to you. You can't do anything. In this ground, I swallow you. And now that you have done this, I will swallow you. You will watch and see that me, I used to keep silent, not because I'm scared. I think if I set example on somebody like you, the others will learn. Thank you. Mr. Cho Ayaba, hear me, Mr. Why we put doctor. I want put doctor when I'm Mr. Success, can go help you forget that. Mr. Cho Ayaba, I want talk for you, me you hear fine. I want talk for you, me you hear, me you listen very well. Right when I did Cameroon, I don't inform people saying, say you are working with some government officials. The only thing I never do, I never mention their name. I will talk to you today. You see, I go fair end for by mention at Tangaji point name. That if you bring any disclaimer, I will call the other people where they did for government, where they still work. I'll call their name where they work with them. That's why they can never give AGF any surprise attack. They cannot. I want action on one thing. AGF no dey fight. AGF just did them as a just dey quiet. They do their motor, they turn with their rocket launcher, they with their chain cutter them. They turn. They attack any other fighters. So the fight don't end. Wait till they wait for go fight. Ambazonia earlier una go get sense. A better. It not to take long where AGF invades maybe Alem, study the ground come out, doing to that very week. They go kill Free Marshal. No, they go kill Ayeke. What AGF will do for maybe Alem when they be his zone? Dr. Mr. Cho Ayaba. What AGF will go do for maybe Alem when they be his zone? Person ain't come for Yaoundé. Person ain't come for Yaoundé. We wanna send it for Yaoundé. Me can give the hide out for Ayeke and how they call this boy Diamond. We can give the hide out. We wanna send it for Yaoundé. Una be tell them so easy. May they not make them mass see them. I mean they never come close to play what they. According to Una, if they come close to play what they, I go no. But man, tell before they leave Bamenda, they don't call me. Before they leave Bamenda, they don't call me. Say they come here on the way they come here on the door. Tell me why they come here on the. Say some program the way you send them, they can't follow them. You Cho Ayaba. And then you talk a story. I tell you a reality. Yes. Una ne one kina Ayeke, una one kina na Diamond. For the actual go down, AGF come. Now Diamond on a one killer, but I don't know say Ayeke be a government in targets. Una never know. Little did you people know. I'm telling you as a man of the ground, the man for the ground, man with the ground we know. As an old military man, I know. I know it doesn't psychologically lesser the doubt because I know, because I interact with all the people. The colonel way execute the mission and they interact with it. You understand? I fit tell you how the mission, where the mission plan, how the mission work. They not ever make the people where you send me, they ever know say they need Ayeke. Your problem was grandpa because I mean a diamond. Because you know say big number, they not fit take diamond. They don't get that boss. They cannot. They not fit confront the situation. So the best way for you for do them now for work again with their other group we get our government. That's why you send those boys when they can't give the hide out. You understand? You send them and they can't join with some other people then. Before all the join go for that mission. That mission was not like a simple mission because it concerned a particular zone. It make they take some picking for that zone, join them to for the mission. Now either any man claims that we go do this, now we go do that. But we know what's there on the ground. People there they don't know now. Me, na Kere Nambere, I know now very well. Try your mama, I'll tell you another thing again we don't know. You get the guy from Northwest where they be get crash with big number. I tell them like shoot big number of foot. When you come out say big number don't die. That guy be get a deal with government. They call me for an office. They ask me a question. I said, did you know this young man? I say, yes. Did you trust him? I said, I cannot tell you that I trust him because I've never had any personal deal with him. We have been in the same group. We're discussing in that group, sharing ideas. We're supposed to meet somewhere. I think we met in that place, but we didn't have any deep deal. So I don't know if truly this man is honest or not. But if he tell you people that is honest, then it's okay. Then you people can take it from him. If you might be you trust him. He was making that arrangement without having an attack with ADF Kaban. After he was supposed to be dead tomorrow, and today they have that attack, and he was going over to meet the La Republique soldiers to where they arranged to meet. Let me tell you one thing. That thing was in the morning. Let me tell you what one person told me. Monsieur Nambere, mais je voulais vous demander quelque chose. Le type là, c'est Chacha, c'est qui qu'on l'appelle son nom? Il est fou. Pourquoi il a tué Big Number? Big Number, c'est notre personne, non? Il ne faut pas qu'il le tue. Il a tué lui pourquoi? Bon, finalement, on va voir. Hein? C'est bon, je n'ai plus confiance à lui. Comment il peut faire ce qui ce n'est pas bien? I want me to see who they solicit and who they vex for say they touch Big Number. Eh? Who they solicit? You get another person with all know he is still a government person, a government personnel. Say no, Nambere, I know lie you are my son, but this guy have made a very huge mistake to touch Big Number. I want you to understand this number 2 person in that same office, around that same area, that is still trying to let me know that they don't have any right to touch Big Number. Big Number is their own. Are you getting my point? And finally, when that guy came in the morning, he was killed immediately. You need to ask a question that why was he killed alone? Why was he killed alone with about 4 to 5 guns beside him? I think that this guy is the last person you can remember, the last person that has an attack with Big Number, that almost about 30 to 20 to 30 fighters were killed. I forget the name of this guy. Whether it's Shasha or what are they calling that name? That name. Oh, I think it's Shasha. So on a very good day, Cho Ayaba, I know you very well. I know you. I know you very well. For your early information, let me tell you, I pay ransom about 3.something million to your late General Ivo. You understand? Before anyone leave me for go, I tell Big Number, I say, okay, may they carry me go Bamenda. To carry me go Bamenda was not the plan. It's for me to go to Nigeria first. They didn't accept. So they took me to Bamenda. But little did they know something. That's why if I hear some person talk, they come now, come. Let me tell you something. As a soldier, they can transfer you to anywhere the person I was listening to and the person I was respecting for the revolution, that's my chain in command, have another sub camps in many places that I was supposed to be transferred there, since as we are having problem down here that want to cause life. So where I was supposed to transfer, you people went there and destabilized it also. But because I'm not wicked, I'm not selfish, I would have killed a lot. I would have killed a lot. But I don't want to be like you, blood-sucking demon. My reason of struggle to be alive is to wait for that day to see you come and do the negotiation for your personal interest. You were pushing Ivo to go and take over Jenny so that you can bring white men to come and be removing gold. He went and caused the life of a lot of AJ fighters for nothing's sake. I heard you one-on-one calling late General Ivan Bar is on the grave. I cannot lie on his name. That he should struggle by all possible means and take over all the camps, all the bases in Meme and in Southwest. He started by giving them bullets, material, and he was not fighting, he was just giving them all these Northwest guys, because you come and discover that majority of those who are fighting in Southwest, they are from Northwest. So obviously, you speak to them as your brother. I got you on the call when you were talking to him. Ivo is, as a junior brother, I've saved his life like 2 times before this struggle, let me tell you. Now might be the thief na robber, caoutchouc, anybody we know. Maybe the thief na robber. If you don't know me, I say tell you find me here. Late General Ivan Ba was a armed robber legally. That means if the thief fine, we all man know. Ask am fine. Ask am for 3 corner. No man know there for 3 corner. We no know me, no know it. Ask how many times me, I don't catch you for robber. We don't go thief robber. The one cross with them. Why they go a bungie? My brother, I want just tell you, say this line where you don't drag them. You go be the first person who go set examples. I be that kind of person I feel do bad. I must set example. One, I don't really tell you now me yeah. You see our boys them as a day under government. Eh? You see that rest of the car. Who's that Yannick? Yannick in a terrace they prison for Nigeria for Abuja. Can't go move them. You don't know. I just tell you now. Why they ask her why they did it? Upon all money where they send out for them. They go take people their money, chop them. Upon all the court people we don't show them where they day under. Plus all the court where they go join. But when they hear say they find them, every day a woman run. They don't even get play for go heights. But ma tell you something. When I visit place, where I visit for problem, where I go for problem, a lot of people they pack way. When I saw in country people say they hold you long, I just remember Cameroonians and former Southern British Cameroonians made them know who be Cho Ayaba. I know Cho Ayaba very well. I know all their dealings. And majority of the government officials that they work together for destabilize Cameroon. I don't tell that one person where they work with permanently. If I lie, may they just catch the person or a phone. Check out they don't see Cho Ayaba in number insights. That may I lie. May they catch Minister Atanganji Paul. Seize the phone for your hand. What I know see Cho Ayaba in number inside or Capo Daniel. Any of these two people, while their number no come inside the phone. ADF, I know a lot of things about Una. I know a lot of things about Una. But for this time, for this time, I will show you people a very bad example. This is a special announcement for anybody wey know me. Anything concerning Cho Ayaba for ground one, anywhere una see am, una call me. Mr. Ayaba, I want to let you know one thing. La République de Cameroon, if no be say be splitted and corrupt, and they no get interest for stop the war for their particular reasons, and if not because of say those who they split them, they want to destabilize Cameroon for their political reasons. I want to let you know one thing. Somebody for you, like you know, for they exist. Might just give you one example. On the 11th of October, around 4, Heathrow Airport for London, you did it, they take bus. Where you don't come out airports. You go stand for play, they take box. This other one, what they call her now, Marianta, she celebrate her daughter birthday, where her daughter they turn 18 years for some one time where they will play ball for some one place where they will play Cameroon, they will play ball that day. It decided for make a pikin birthday for instance on hall. So I want just let una some of una for understand say. I want just let some of una for understand say some people they don't know una, but so one then they will they know una very well. Like person like me, my senior brother, as you walk I go left and right. If I want scratch you, I go scratch you. I will see the mark. But now because I not develop interest for what my own, that's why some of una when they make the noise. Now because I never meet up some of we one on one. Una go dey stamp before una dey talk. Una go dey look ground before una dey talk. Yes. Because some of una had the court for the fight the way they fight the go. It's like if all the boys they stop for fight, now una life be at risk, eh? Now una life that they at heavy risks because now una go dey in the point of begging how to survive. Una not going to see where for run. That's why una need be wise enough. If una be wise enough, una for do everything for una possible best. For make sure so the boy they get everything for the life where they need them. For battlefield and for orientate them very well. But una fail, una use the money for chop and help on our own family. Cho Ayaba, you never follow get way past 18 years, 19 years to 20 years, 21 years at your age. Anytime you can grant one. Now, those kind of ladies will be carry for that hotel where they after Kenu, when you pass Kenu for Lagos. I will remember the name of the hotel. You don't ever carry get way past 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. You know if you do them for London, for Norway, for other places, you know if you do them. Why you know if you do them? Because you know very well say law will catch you. But how Africa be a lawless place? That's where you come here and come and do all those things. My brother, you have just remember me that I have unfinished job to do. and I'm going to finish it. I think through you, a lot of people are going to learn that there are some people, they don't dare them. I know all your move. Here in ground one, there in ground zero, your connection with Grand POP, that's territory red line, which is La Republic Zone. I know your doings, your connections with most of the people we don't know one made the war end. And with the financial group, and where you know very well. Not forget for no say, I be get big number by phone for my hand. Most of your commanders, your phone was in my custody. I cracked the password, and some of them I ordered them to open the phone. And I get into your messages from Capo Daniel to Tapang Ivo to you and to some others. Don't forget, you are joking with Nambere. I don't miss my targets. My target always miss me. That is who I am, the Oracle Chai. So be careful. You say somebody that would have been killed and buried sins, there's no problem. I will show you my style and my real character. Then you will know me. This time, I will not make mistake. Thank you, sir. Have a blessed day. Yes, Mr. Dr. Cho Ayaba, I dey make this audio particularly for you again. I want let me understand so one thing me you know very well. Since you start follow woman, your highest woman with me, I don't see follow na ever under age. Sorry for the first audio, I make mistake. You dey follow from 16, 15 years to 19, 21 years or only under age. You never ever follow any girl for 30 years, apart of your woman. I never know whether I don't reach 30 years. And I want let me understand something. They come in Nakeri Nambere. Sometimes some of una learn, some of una the picking don't understand the way they can fight. Some of them learn Troy now for this struggle. I know Troy since the day they born me. What's that Troy hate? I know Troy hate since the day when they born me. I start Troy hate. In fact, I grow for play with Makizade, but they can't catch one people, they go kill him. Wait, you never hear about Kotinek? You never hear about Kotinek? You be like, you never hear about Kotinek? We grow inside Kotinek. We know it to be Kotinek. I want to explain some one thing for you, me understand very loud and clear. I will prove for you for the ground one, say, I need be courtis. I not join any court. But me, I will bring any man down for ground one. If you doubt me plenty, come again for that hotel where they for Kenu, for Lagos. Just come for that hotel. Just enter, pass for the street or tell me say don't come. Then you go see what I go do them. Then from today, all the ego see fighters, I beg una for God name, una take the one very loud and clear. I know the play. If una pass for ground one for anything concern material, una concern ourselves zero. You understand? I want your proof for you now. Say I been naked in Nambere. I don't stop myself. So I don't get anything for doing with any man where they fight for any way. But as you talk say this, so they be not supposed to kill me, they bury me alive. I will prove for you. Say ground one. Now the only place where I fit kill you, I cook you, I chop you, I use your bone, do toothpick. No man no know what in your bone. And nothing no go happen. Since as you want make noise, I'll make noise with you. Tell your boy them. I'm not saying you feel say you will get hurt. Since I want to explain something for you, Mr. Cho Ayaba. This doctor degree where you talk so you get that. I still know how many people where you pay the money for abroad and Africa made the right exam for you. They are doctor degree. You get sense, but the doctor degree, you know, say be you write them. People, the way you pay them, who get the proof. You pay the money for you forget that doctor degree, they call you Dr. Cho Ayaba. Doctor, tell me the hospital you don't open now for Ambazonia since we start fight. How many health center you don't send them? The highest kidnapping that you bring them. You kill Godfather, say, do you wait? Man, name how many picking they don't kill them. I swear to God, to my mama, born me. Now some of them they make me hungry for can euro. Because if I can euro first, I'll go to prison. Because if I catch you for any place, you'll go down. But no worry yourself. No worry yourself. As you say, they get for kill me, bury him. Me, I dey watch you. Eye bomb to eye bomb. I don't tell you now. The last day when you come out for this thing, you go take where you dey for bus stop where you come out inside plane, you dey wait bus with their black back. That day I look like I no see him. But no worry, you go down south dey Africa but the watch you dey Europe. No worry yourself. No worry yourself. Than for Meximani picking for die. Better all can that stick and grass they finish inside bush. Mark my word. Anything I tell you not true. I need to tell you to I know do am. Ego see ADF. When they work with La Republic government, those people they want destabilize Cameroon for kill all the young youths the way they did for Cameroon because I need to fight no war. When I get motor don't I work out time. When I dey comfortable. Down a motor if it's time for line, one bullet for ammo carry move all down a motor for game. But La Republic they make no attempt for attack on her. Shasha arrest La Republic fighters them. Big number go rescue the fighter. They shoot big number. People for La Republic ask me questions say why they get for shoot big number. I want to tell us one thing here. I want to tell us one thing. After Shasha get a negotiation for meet with La Republic, they 1-on-1 because they discover say don't key big number. They decide for key Shasha. But I want to tell us something. You can fool everybody. You cannot fool Nakeri Nambere. My target, yeah, my opponent, that's my enemy, always miss me, but I did not miss them. It means that I never miss my target always miss me. That's my style life. Be very careful. I be banana picking. No officer grown up for church. I no grow for church. I grow inside banana. I know banana life. I play hide and seek inside banana. With that tree, we dey 40 for one line. They call us a 43. Be very careful. Bank Benny Grant. I know bad thing, I know good thing. I be Fiango picking. The same time, I be Moliko Camp picking. The same time, I be Mutengene picking. The same time, I be Kumba picking. The same time, I be village picking. The same time, I be township man. It means I civilize. Be careful.
Comrade Senior Advisor, Comrade Senior Advisor of the Ambazonian Revolution, Comrade Derek Agbo. Actually, I don't like calling people Derek, Peter, Hansen, all those fake names. So I'll call you by the name that when I call you, the ancestors of our land will recognize you, Comrade Agbo. Thank you for coming out. But also don't lash out. The questions you ask, Comrade Ansons cannot answer them. Reasons being that he is not tutored enough to respond to questions in public. So he needs to go back to the master and find out. So by the time he arrives, the master has already prepared answers for him to take back to the public. And so he will come out very strongly, boldly, talking about issues that he do not really have understanding of it. So it will continue to baffle him that a senior advisor, a senior comrade, someone well-lettered, someone who has an understanding how revolutions work, is asking this type of questions because his master, his tutor, did not tutor him enough. to digest these questions, mix them up, and understand and bring out answers. So he is not informed to that capacity. So as they say in our normal broken English, you dey throw in our water for dog far way back. No one eye drop no go touch you. When you ask questions of this magnitude, it's for us to understand, and it's for Ambazonians to learn that we are in a bloody revolution, in a bloody war, a war that the enemy does not give a damn about anything from Ambazonia, including Senator Mundi. They don't care. It's only for their publicity stunts. If they cared about Ambazonia, Ambazonia would not be where they are today. They don't care, and I don't blame them. We have turned to become enablers by our actions. In this revolution, most of us who were championing the cause for freedom have now been championing the cause for enabling La République du Cameroon to continue to ride over the people of Ambazonia. That must be understood. We have become the latest human slave traders. I heard Comrade Asu Lucas a year or 2 or 3 ago. He called Abdul Karim human traders, whereas the humble Abdul Karim is just doing a humanitarian work. He's just being out there advocating for justice for the people of Ambazonia. We turn him to become a black leg, a this, a that. This is what baffles me. Whatever thing that comes out from other organizations is wrong. Whatever thing that comes out from our organization is good. No, I think it shouldn't be that way. If we are fighting for homeland, like I know I do, if anybody whatsoever does anything right, I will give thumbs up to that person. I don't care whom the motherfucker is. I belong to my own organization. Whatever thing that my organization does that is wrong, I will say it. And if they don't want to listen, I'll say it publicly, because the Ambazonian people are the judge. They are the ultimate people to make the decision. The dictatorship that is crawling into this struggle is so unheard of. I will give you an example of Kavi Wumeleng. He has become so staunch in his Western philosophy. He loves the white man so much that he doesn't want to really know what we are doing that is good for us, because he's eating the white man's shit. That is the truth. I remember I posted something that it was a comedy show about how the whites have invaded Africa and so on, and what they are doing, the pedophile and so on. Wumeleng condemned that, something that millions of blacks around the world were in support of, because we need to know what's happening. We need to know the truth about how we found ourselves where we are as black people. And to us as Ambazonians, we need to be educated about these facts. Then, a couple of weeks ago, somebody posted on a page that I think they call it Barefoot Soldier. I'm not a Facebook person. I don't Facebook at all, or say most of the times, or say 90% of my time. I don't Facebook. But this person came back with a report that he posted something on a page that Wumeleng Kavi is running. They call it, I think it's Barefoot Soldier or something like that. And Wumeleng sanctioned it. blocked it without consulting this person. It means Kavi is no longer working for Ambazonia. Because if you work for Ambazonia, you must take what Ambazonians give and you bring up your own point, debate it, talk about it. It does not matter whether it favors the Ambazonian Governing Council or it favors you, Kavi Womeleng. But as long as it comes from an Ambazonia, you need to give a listening ear to that person. You need that person to open up. Because if you don't know that person, if you refuse that, you are creating a revolution within your own very inner circle. Because you shut everybody off and you think the people are with you, but the people are gone. They will trade you. They will trade your ideas into something else. They will sell you in broad daylight. And so before you realize yourself, you'll be in a grave like Thomas Sankara. Whether it's a political grave or it's a physical grave. Whether it's an ideological grave or it's just a spiritual grave. So we need to know these things. So when people come out, they need to talk and others need to listen. You being an activist, then suddenly you become a judge. Every time you call somebody an enabler, and when you enable La République on something, you don't want people to talk about it. That's dictatorship. I will not buy into that rubbish. We are on a campaign to free homeland with Frogs Must Go. Ambazonians are buying it by the day because they now understand why we are still in this mess. And others see it as a threat. So the only way to shut you up is to call it, oh, no, it's not part of the policy, but shut off yourself. The Ambazonian Governing Council is a liberation movement that must listen to the people from the grassroots. They must, if they want to take their place as the leading movement, which before yesterday they were, they need to listen to the people before they can reassume that position of leading Ambazonians again. As of now, the people have lost confidence. They need to build up a lot. Shutting off people is the wrong thing. In many pages, many forums, I've seen it. They shut off people. They come here, they corner you, they do this. The case of Mundi is very, 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 very tactical in our conversation. So it needs tactical response as well. Otherwise, the people that are on top will find themselves at the bottom. Let no man deceive thee that you are the best forever. There is no best forever. And also we have seen this trend of Western propaganda. As Lucas, I know he's very West. Capo Daniel is very West. Everything West is good, is good, is good, is good. That is how we are being traded to the West again. The same West that sold us. We are finding a way to stick with them. Your liberation will never come from the West. Not from the East as well. It will come from you. And if anybody who wants to be a leader in the future of Ambazonia must start today to give an ear to the most commoner in Ambazonia. We must not bring this off-license discussion, this off-license mindset into the Ambazonian War of Independence. You will send out someone who is doing his activism. He's got no knowledge about how wars function. He's got no knowledge. You send him, he's busy shouting, hallelujah, long live the governing council, long live the ADF. Oh, the ADF is the number one. Oh, the governing council is the number one. Yes. How can he articulate that in proper sense? He doesn't. That's why I say just leave him. He doesn't know. How is he going to explain to the people of Ambazonia? Every time it's either okay, if he doesn't know, he quotes an example from the Bible. So we are actually teaching our people dogma. And when the people refuse this dogmatism, you get angry. You forget to know that this is a smart generation that can turn plastics and few coppers into a smartphone. You forget to know that this is the most critical moment in our history, that our people are so hungry for their freedom, for their liberation. They count on you. When you make a mistake, you need to come out and tell them, we are sorry. We've made a mistake. It's a blunder. That makes you more of a liberator. When you come out, you lie, you say this, oh no, there was a collapse, there was a this. No, you don't speak to kids. We all know it's a lie. We all know it's a lie. As Patrice Lumumba once said, politicians always want to keep people in ignorance. But I think this is the wrong space. Most Ambazonians are very aware of how things work, and they can navigate through the systems to understand. We can see a picture and we know it's fake. We can analyze a picture to know what happened 2-3 weeks ago. From a statement, we can tell the history of what has been going on as a conversation. This is how smart we are. So every time it's wrong to come out and say that one is an enabler. Every time you will have the name of some person, he's an enabler. Oh, no. That is not the way we're going to run Ambazonia. It's not a TikTok vision. It's not a banana republic. And this is the smartest generation. The smartest. It's not just smart, it is the smartest generation. Ambazonians are well groomed to understand. Ambazonians are educated. I'm not talking of being lettered, like many people who come here and say, hey, doctor this, doctor that. Yes, we love that. We like it. We hail you for whatever thing you are in your own life. But as a leader, as an activist, as anybody, as a pioneer of what we are, as a driver of our dreams to a free homeland, we need you to come down to us and talk to us one-on-one and let us build the future that we all aspire to. So it is always wrong to always be pushing somebody away. When people even want to come to you, you push them. People want to come to you, you push them, so they go and create a concrete wall that you can never penetrate. And they will fight you till the end. You make them to fight you. You created a beast in them. Today, some people have tended to become traders. When I said the egg of sea was infiltrated, people thought I was talking of somebody who has infiltrated the egg of sea. No. That is where I saw how minds were still very small. People cannot even deduce from my language what I meant by infiltration. And that's why they could not even corner me to ask. So one person asked me, and I just said, nobody. Of course, nobody infiltrated the egg of sea. But the egg of sea has been infiltrated. And that's why today we are panicking. Ambazonians don't know where to go, because where their ultimate hopes lied on has collapsed. You cannot, if you are not a captain, don't go and stand at the steering wheel of that vessel. Don't force yourself to take a position you cannot handle. There is just too much of education that needs to be given to those so-called leaders. I've given an example of a dictator in the making, Kavi Wumeleng, but there are many others, and I will be exposing them step by step, and the people of Ambazonia will see those they are dealing with, because we want the best out of them, and they must produce that, because they are, if they cannot, they must step down. Nami Pache, and a stand for which we are talk. The Ambazonian people must not be taken for a ride.